beautiful soul. Your spirit guides have sent me to lift your spirits up because I was sensing hugely this, the collective or this energy, it was like feeling so low and so down, and like just in the stress and uh, just deep into the thoughts of low self-worth. Like, oh my god, I've spent so much of my life in low self-worth. I don't know how to, like, and this, you know it, it's like you're just going down into thinking like, oh, I don't have this, I lack this, I lack that, I don't know how to talk to people, I don't know how to believe in myself, I constantly sell myself so short. uh, and what your guides told me, and I was, when I was feeling this low, like this energy that I was sensing, I literally had to get up and go take a walk because this energy was very, very like, what do we say, really operating from a very, it's like someone whose self-worth has been completely destroyed, you know and I knew that it wasn't my energy, even though I lived my, if you know my story, if you have been watching my video, I grew up like the way I was humiliated every single day, the kind of abuse and trauma that I went through, and like on every, like even if I wanted food, there was so much of, like, to, there was unnecessary anxiety that was caused around my needs, even the basic needs, so, but I worked through this, and right now I wasn't feeling, it wasn't me going down, it was like the collective, like, I know this collective and was going through, like, people who are watching, who you are, right, is going through this kind of downer. And then I had to go take a walk to, like, when I make this video, there's so much energy that is being put into it, like I feel people really, and then so much goes into it. Like, if you want to honor my energy, you can donate for my rent, food and bills, it will help me a lot, and just, it'll be a healthy exchange, only if you're in a position to. No stress, no, you don't have to like get stressed about it, get like put pressure onto yourself. No, you don't, if you can't do it, it's okay, universe did it for you, someone else did it on your behalf, okay, so relax. But I just had to ask and put it out there, because as a person, like, it's a very self-loving thing to honor my gift, honor the energetic work that I do, and ask for fair exchange, okay. So anyway, so I went on a walk, and then this air is really powerful, right, nature is really powerful, stars are really powerful. What they told me was that you gotta put your focus on what you're good at, what you're truly good at. You gotta put your focus on your gifts. Right now, that focus is off. You're focusing on, okay, what I don't have and I don't know. What I don't have, what I don't know, what I haven't been able to do. But shift your focus to what you're good at, what kind of great things that you have accomplished so far. And one of the greatest things that you have accomplished so far that I can tell you right now is just being able to persevere through all the darkness that you went through. And you cannot cut it short. You can't say like, oh, that's simple. No, it's not simple. To grow up in such darkness, such ancestry line with so much shame, that has so much shame and poverty wounds, lack wounds, low self-esteem issues, addiction patterns, and you're alchemizing all of that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. So your perseverance, you're so good at persevering through all of this. Okay. So that, and your unique gifts, you can't say like, oh my god, who, nobody needs that, nobody needs that. Don't, and like, what I'm being guided to talk about is money, like money. If money has been a problem, or you have felt low because of the money, or because whenever you needed money there was always stress or things like that, you guys, there will be magic happening for you. You, like, money is on your side. Money is on your side. Keep moving forward. Money is on your side. Yes, money is on your side. Okay? There has been moments, certain moments that made it really hard for you to believe that, or some kind of pain that you saw or lack that you saw. I'm not, the wounds, the deep ancestral wounds, and the lack, and not having enough, or seeing your parents struggling, barely getting by. um, you are safe. You are so safe, so protected, and so beautifully led. Like, these wounds will not get to you. Like, you, the, like, the way your spirit and your heart will alchemize all of these wounds, you will rise. You will rise, man. Like, you will rise. Okay, and when I say that money is on your side, it is on your side. Take the leaps, follow your dreams. I'm telling you, money is on your side. Everything, the way God's gonna come and support and alchemize, like, in everything, to provide for you with the home, the security, the food, and the internal guidance to alchemize these wounds. It's all gonna be happening for you. You're gonna be so supported in everything. And the most beautiful gift that you're going to be receiving from the universe is the positive self talk. The way you're going to be advocating for yourself, the way you're going to be seeing yourself truly, the way you're going to be talking to yourself, the way you're going to be uh, the positive self talk is going to be such a beautiful gift, because it will lead you to the rooms wherein your light is needed, your gifts are needed, and it will lead you to the people, or like, the people will come to you because your light is shining so brightly, because that positive self talk is so solid inside of you, that the right people will just come to you to, like, just support you, to make sure that you get what you truly deserve, because you do deserve to be very well taken care of, very well loved. And I know when we go through, like, um when unworthiness, when we are going through, because it's not cancer or physical diseases, or like, anything that's a disease. Low self-worth is a disease. It's also a certain form of cancer. To live with low self-esteem, to not know our value, to be unconscious of our true value and our true worth, that's also a disease. Okay, so I know, like, when we have like all these unworthiness wounds and all of that, we don't feel worthy of being taken care of. We don't feel like something good can happen to us. We don't feel like that world is generous, we stay very limited with very little. And I know there is magic in the little, like we can create a lot of things, but you gotta have enough love, enough support, enough care, enough resources, more than enough money, more than enough, you know, like a life wherein epic generosity, epic love, epic care, epic warmth, epic patience, epic um, warmth, and epic care is constantly being put into you, like on repeat. You know, that's how you're meant to live. That idea of living with like barely getting by and just surviving, that's not how you're meant to live. And you gotta give yourself a pat on the back for persevering through that kind of survival, because it takes a lot of strength to survive, you know. It takes a lot of strength to survive, really. um and yeah, and it takes even more like inner work to like lead yourself towards thriving, because then you're going to be like, then you have to sit with that discomfort of really going against what you have known. If you have already always seen your parents struggle, and then God gives you this security and peace, and you're like, what? That feeling will show up, like my parents never had that. Can I have it? Can I also have it? Can I keep it? Am I allowed to have it? Am I not betraying the family, betraying those entire group of people who are struggling? I should be with them, struggling with them. But in those moments, don't look at it like that. Look at it like, when you receive that, you know, the goodness, the peace that God is bringing in your life, the resources, the abundance, the generosity, when you truly receive it and you live in it, and from that place of overflow, you can support other people as well, you know. And um, you're allowed to be happy and be joyful. Like, see, you know, what's stopping you? What is stopping you from dancing your heart out and just living, being this joyful version of you? And it's always gonna be, you know, the energy is gonna be like, if you feel like, you know what, if I be happier, my most joyful creative version, then people around me will come to me and start to put me down. And that's the same energy dynamics that you lived in. Like in your childhood home, you couldn't be a happier self, because your uncles, your aunties, your parents, your siblings, they were all upset, living miserable life, you know, having, they didn't have the wisdom or the consciousness or whatever of, you know, to do better, to learn, to talk to themselves in a beautiful way, or to cultivate that, to invest their time into, you know, building connection with God. Because if they would build that connection with God, then God will lead them. But instead, they kept believing in the fear or whatever, you know. We don't have to this I don't want you to put your attention on why they couldn't, or maybe we don't understand the full picture. The God has a way. Sometimes we could be thinking of something is being wrong and all of that, but then maybe it is our gift. Maybe it was God's purpose for us to see, like, okay, this is the loophole in my ancestry line. People kept believing in the fears. People kept believing that, you know, they wouldn't be provided for, so they kept, you know, and they kept choosing the safety of a poisonous home wherein they were just given food, you know. So even if the food the environment of the home is very dull, but they were given food, so they kept choosing it. And it's, God will feed you, you know, God will feed you. And I'm telling you, God will feed you. God will feed you. God will look after you. Mother Earth will look after you. When we keep taking leaps, it's just so powerful. And you gotta know, like, going through that, you truly, when you know, sometimes when we keep going through certain patterns, like, okay, like for me in my life, it is like that, it's related to stability, definitely, wherein I'll be like, oh my god, how will I eat, and all of that. uh, Going through it again and again made me realize my boundary that I had to set with God and Mother Earth itself. I'm like, I need to, if you want me to, like, be my best, you know, create from the energy, like create in a very good way, to be creative, follow my inspirations and bring something good into the world, support people, I need to be taken care of. And earlier I didn't know this boundary of mine, that yes, I will need certain resources and certain amount of money always available to me, certain amount of food always, like the freedom to be able to eat whatever is healthier for me. Like, I need these, my basic needs, to be met, so that I can move towards thriving instead of just surviving it. I come to understand it by going through this pattern again and again. Earlier I didn't know that I, okay, this is my need, or i I wasn't like, I didn't know that I wasn't feeling worthy of it, you know, because that's how, like, if, you know, I'm like, if my parents nervous system is always dysregulated and all of that, how can I be regulated, how can I have a peaceful life? And there is grief, the to accept this kind of abundance and peace. Yes, some tears are going to be shed, but it's beautiful tears, let them shed. Let the pain and the sadness that comes from accepting something good for yourself, all the goodness, you know, that God is wanting to bring in your life, even if if it feels like that you are betraying your parents, or like your ancestry line, it may feel like that, but it's not a sign to go back or to reject the goodness that God is bringing into your life. It's just that, you know, this emotion is just like a beautiful, like, opening for something new for the generations. Like, really, it's like what I'm getting right now, it's like your ancestors who never had that, you know, they are shedding the tears, they are crying through you, like, you did it, you know, you did it. And you, thank you for proving us wrong, you know, they are proud of you that you proved them wrong, that they were choosing to live in certain kind of fears, but you proved them wrong. And yeah, just be conscious of the grief, become conscious of all the things why you feel like, okay, you can't be happier, you can't be healthier, you can't be, you know, fully let yourself be open. What is stopping you, whatever it is, acknowledge it. First, see it, book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me, we can work together, you know, for intuitive psychic guidance, and like working through all these fears and beliefs that are keeping you small. But link of that is in my bio. But also, like, you know, whatever it is, acknowledge it, like, okay, I've been through like so much of throughout my childhood, I never had enough food to eat. I never like felt like, oh, I could go and get anything that I want. Even the little things that I lived in extreme financial struggle, I never knew that. Now at the age of 30, I am coming to acknowledge my pain, and it makes me feel small that I lived like that. So process that grief, process that pain and shame, because it's the pain that you have lived throughout your childhood and you have never seen or acknowledged it, or you're not aware of it. It's unfair, because like if you were my partner and I didn't see your pain, you would feel very disconnected from me. But if I am able to see your pain, I am able to see your joy, I'm able to acknowledge it, you will feel very connected with me. It is same with your past self. You gotta see, because if you don't, it's not like you're living in the past, then it's just like you're processing it, you're seeing it, and then you will be moving forward. Because if you do not see it, do not acknowledge it, it will, that energy will live within you, and that energy leaves once you process this, once you let yourself cry, once you acknowledge it, like, hey. And the power of this is like when you see your pain, when you see your shame, what is keeping you shameful, and hence keeping you very small and low confident. When you see all of it, you see the purpose, your true purpose. You see your medicine that you are meant to give to the world. It is, you see where you, how you can be kind to others. Because recently when I went through, like, I was not even able to afford groceries and all. I was like, what I needed was someone to just like help me in the moment, just people being not like, in the moment. And that made me realize that I can just help so many people by getting them one time of groceries, little bit of like vegetables and all of that. It goes a long way. It really brings so much relief to them, and it really gave me a purpose. I'm like, I can help people by that, and it really, yeah. So when you dive deep into your shame and all of these pain and all of that, you also find the compassion, you find your purpose, like, okay, this is, and there is just like this beautiful energy when you live from that deeper place. No, it's just very beautiful, where you dive deep into your feelings, and then you can connect with other people on a deep level. And it's like, it's not like that you do something to connect with them, it's just your presence then makes other people feel so safe, and just uh, just be okay with their feeling. I was just having this vision of this small child that other day I saw on the road. And children, their vulnerability, it just connects us to our vulnerability, something that we are too afraid to speak about ourselves, like something that we are too afraid to speak about ourselves. Children just they will word it out. So this child just randomly met me and told me, you know oh, I will get this sweet treat today after so many days. Usually I just get chapati to eat. And I was never able to ever. Now I am very vulnerable, but I was too afraid. That I felt like if people saw that I'm struggling so much, they would not want to be friends with me, and it happened with me a lot. And then when you go through this kind of situations in life, abuse in life, and you're not being solidly um, guided, you're not meditating properly or like consciously checking yourself, you become that abuser. you become that kind of bully, or you become that kind of, yeah, like I was constantly shamed for certain things, then I would internally shame other people for the same thing. So it's just a cycle that if you want to step out of that cycle, it's consciousness, becoming conscious. How do we become conscious? Constant prayer, journaling, writing, and just like creating that safe space for you where you can just come in contact with you, creating that safe space for you. It could be a nature, it could be the help of therapist, it could be the help of spiritual guide, spiritual teacher. And yeah, you will be led, but it's just we have to create together a safer place for human beings. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but that's my intention. And I just say, God, guide me, lead me, Mother, guide me, lead me. How can I create a safer world for other people when I myself have so many things I've been dealing with, like so many of my own things. How I put other people down, how I shame other people, how I judge other people, and constantly washing it, constantly cleaning my internal, um, that purification, it because it's only when we go through something that we understand it. And that purification can be a bit painful, but it's very rewarding. Like the way I've been taught deep compassion, in the moment I was like, why God, why am I going through this? But it's by going through those kind of things that I saw, like, wow, that just people are going through, they are using so much strength to live, and I can't just put other people, like, say like, oh, they are not doing enough. We can't say that. We can't say that. uh, People need connection before they can receive any solution from us, that. And yeah, to create that connection, we gotta pray, God, teach us. How do we connect to human beings in a safer way? God, teach us better ways to form relationships, you know? And I don't want people to feel small. Like, even if they are going through financial challenge, I want them to feel good about themselves. And like, I don't, like, pity is not there. Like, it happens to everybody. uh, it just, I'm just gonna trust that this video is turning out the way it is meant to. And yeah, link of everything is in my bio. My one-on-one sessions, my 12 weeks of mentorship wherein we work together and cultivate solid self-love, and intuitive therapy will help you a lot to process these deep unprocessed emotions and shame and guilt and regret that has been blocking you from seeing your truest self. And yeah, in building confidence, cultivating that, if you feel like, oh my God, I'm not gifted enough, you are gifted enough. I will show you, your gifts and how to embody them, and that process will begin for you. um yeah, link of everything is in my bio. I'm just very, I'm feeling a bit distracted with everything. Why are you feeling distracted? Like, maybe you need some grounding. You need to ground yourself. I'm feeling very, you're a very deep, whoever I'm talking to, you're a very deep thinker. And do you feel alone in your depth? Like, what is this? What is this feeling? I gotta, I don't wanna, I don't wanna. Art and creativity. This is what is for you. Art and creativity. This feeling that you are feeling, being like, more art, more you putting your energy towards painting, creating something that will make you feel more grounded, because you're very highly creative. You this collective is there so much creative energy, and that will bring that structure, and you will feel calm, and rest of the things universe will resolve for you, whether it's money, whether it's everything. No, right now you're like, oh my god, how this will happen, how the practical things will happen for you, and it's making you feel like that. No, come back into your creativity and let God know that, God, I need this. This is not negotiable for me. If you want me to be, wow, the way the full circle, you guys, I'm manifesting, I'm setting this intention right now for all of my people over here and for myself as well. The universe, Mother Earth, God, gods and goddesses of creativity. We are here to let you use us as an instrument and bring the creative creations in the form of books, movies, products, or whatever. Eh, the creative creations that you want to birth through us, we are here for it. We are going to be disciplined, we are going to be doing everything that is required, but you need to take care of our peace. We want to be well taken care of financially. We want to have the safety of a safe home, food, and a peaceful time, good relationships, and everything. Like, create such a life that birthing that creation, that creative creation that you want to birth into this world through us, it only adds value. It only brings us more and more joy. It doesn't take away from us the peace, the love, and the joy that we want to experience in our relationships. Wow. uh, just give me a moment. Also, just this feeling when you feel like, what is this, like that kind of feeling, because you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. Like, so many things we're not supposed to know when we try to know the God's plan. When we cannot plan miracles. We cannot, and miracles don't happen in this line. This like, whoa, because if they happen this line in this way, you wouldn't be excited. Okay, it's just when things just like it's like, whoa, I never saw that coming, or I saw that coming but I never knew that it would happen it like this, things like that. So I just saw a man's face and they're like, what is this? You don't understand miracle. And when you are being your very creative self, you're gonna create that thing in people. They're gonna be like, what is it? Like, that confusion that happens inside of people. What is this? What is this? What kind of art piece is this? Or if like me and you like to dress up and do makeup in a different way, people can be like, what is it? That confusion in people or even in yourself, it's actually a door opening inside of you, actually a door opening inside of you, and door opening inside of other people for newness, for new birth of something new within their psyche and consciousness. Okay, so yeah, and I want to warmly invite you to check out my magic paintings. When you keep my magic paintings around, so many magical things, high vibrational shifts takes place for you. This painting says, dearest God, dearest Mother, thank you for guiding me, thank you for leading my way. When you keep this painting around, you will start to move in this world very bravely, courageously, vulnerably, authentically. You will find yourself moving towards the love, the life, the career, the money that God wants you to have, that Mother Earth wants you to have. You can feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, gifted enough, but Mother Earth and God sees you in your powerful light, and you will become that. You will walk in your glory, like, with your heart, letting the light shine through your heart. Nothing will stop you, and it is so powerful. The fridge magnets of this painting are available, link of them is in my bio. And another thing that I have for you is my customized magic painting, wherein I will channel a painting that is uniquely for you, and this painting will bring sacred energies, high vibrational energies into your life, the energies that will, initiate success, harmony, peace, loving relationships, and just peaceful, and so much self love and confidence, and like, it's just so beautiful. Link of that, like everything, all of my one-on-one sessions, my 12 weeks of mentorship, my donation link, my magic painting, my customized magic painting is in my bio. It's such a sacred offering. Yeah, especially my magic paintings, I love them, I really love them. I'll see you in another video. Look at my hearts closely, they're beaming love on you.